Hello everybody, BrioS here, and with the July patch dropping pretty darn soon, the queue will be full of assault mechs because the July patch comes the very popular Stone Rhino and the dual legendary annihilators. So yep, playing assaults might be a problem. So I decided to revisit one of my favorite medium mechs, and this, my friend, is the very nice 55-ton inner sphere medium mech, the Dervish. My favorite used to be the Dervish 6M, but Dervishes got a quirk pass quite some time back, and now I decided to revisit the Dervish 8D because of its quirks. And this is a very rare variant. When was the last time you guys saw a Dervish 8D? It's almost non-existent on the modern day battlefield, but I decided to revisit it, and I must say I am pretty darn impressed. So let's get a look at the build for this mech. Dervish does MRMs well, let's be honest. So this is a triple MRM20 Dervish, with the MRM20 having a faster cooldown and a shorter volley length compared to the MRM30s, but also these 60 MRMs fire faster and take shorter time to come out. 5 tons of ammunition is more than enough for quick play, and with an XL255 engine and 3 jump jets, you move at a speed of 75.1, which is kind of slow for me. I normally play Dervishes as a skirmisher, so this is more of a slow skirmisher, so you keep the big boys company, giving them some additional support. For the 3 jump jets, as I mentioned, makes it able to pop tart pretty nicely, so you can pop tart over the front line or basically move to the flank using the jump jets to get to interesting areas. 4 small lasers in the arms are a pretty interesting addition, gives it additional DPS at short range, and with the weapons in the arms, you can basically have a larger reach of fire due to the arm reticle. And you'll see in the gameplay, the additional firepower is very welcome. And yeah, simple build. As I'll say, what makes the Dervish 8D pretty interesting are the quirks here. So if you look at the quirks here, the missiles have a missile heat generation reduction of 10%, and with 3 MRM20s and 10 double heat sinks, the heat does generate. This variant, the 8D, now has a missile spread quirk of minus 10% and a missile cooldown quirk of another 10%. So it fires faster and it's a tighter spread. And you'll see in the gameplay later, it does quite a bit of damage due to the decreased spread, able to pick out targets with the MRMs and blow them up. MRMs always just spread damage, so really not that good for pinpoint. The spread helps a lot to overcome that flaw. For the small lasers, the energy range of 5% helps, gives it a range of about 168 meters, which isn't too bad. It has some ER quirks, but I'm not using them. ER smalls might be a good change because you get the heat reduction and the duration reduction, but I find it still too hot. So anyway, looking at survival, it's got a bit of quirks here and there, but what's most interesting about the Dervish in terms of survivability is that with the missile bay doors and the side torsos with missiles inside, you get a 20% damage reduction to the side torsos, making this mech a very durable mech on the battlefield, even though it's XL. So if you can move up, twist the damage fast, as most people just target the torsos. So anyway, let's get down to the skills. Even though the Dervish is, or rather this build isn't the fastest at 75, Clan and Heavies move faster, I decided to boost up the mobility. So 7 nodes of, heartbreak, makes the deceleration a bit better. 5 nodes of anchor turn allows you to turn faster, and 5 nodes of lift speed allows you to have the initial jump jet boost, so you can pop tart better. 5 nodes of heat shielding reduces the heat a lot, 60%. So as you pop tart, and this is for when you're firing the jump jets, the heat of the jump jets, that is. So as you pop tart, the jump jets only generate 40% heat because this reduces it by 60%. Talking about heat, for the heat related quirks, I got 5 nodes of cool run to reduce to increase the heat dissipation by 10%. And in the firepower tree, I've got all the heat generation nodes. This reduces the heat by 10.5%. To make it fire a bit faster, I've got some nodes into cooldown, about 10 nodes. That gives it a reduction of 7.5%. Do take note, the missiles have a cooldown quirk of 10%, so the missiles actually fire 17.5% faster, which is always nice. Talking about missiles then faster, with 5 nodes of velocity, the missiles travel 15% faster, which is really good because at longer range, the MRMs fire up to 550 meters. It takes quite a bit of time for the missiles to get to that range. So velocity boost for MRMs allows you to engage at a longer distance more effectively. Even though small lasers have a pretty short duration, laser duration decrease of 15% with these 4 nodes always helps. And of course, with its main weapons as the MRMs, I'm getting all the missile nodes here. 2 nodes of missile rack for more ammunition, 2 nodes for missile spread for additional 5% for a total of 15% reduction in spread, which like I said, makes your missiles hit tighter and allows you to focus components better, which is the biggest problem with MRMs. 2 nodes of high explosives increases the damage of the missiles when you crit by 15%, and any nodes that increase damage is always really nice. In terms of survivability, with its quirks being armor quirks, I decided to get armor hardening and no structure, not enough points for structure. So with all these full armor hardening skills, I've got 19% increase to armor. Combined with the damage reduction for the torsos, that makes it pretty tanky like I said, just gotta be careful of XL. And talking about tanky, I've actually gotten a bunch of radar deprivation nodes. Yeah, and I know I didn't get this, I didn't have enough. So 4 nodes of radar deprivation for quite a bit of radar deprivation. I can't remember the exact amount, you can do the maths. 76%, yeah, there it is. Allowing you to loot the locks by the enemy by 76% faster. Not too bad. 1 more node would be nice, but yeah, never mind. It's okay. I can live without it. And 5 nodes of sensor range for 35% boost to sensor range detection. Not so useful, but hey, it's just there to connect the radar deprivation nodes. And of course, advanced zoom. 1 node, very worth it, just to see at longer ranges. Yeah, helps you target, but with the MRM sometimes helps because, you know, old man, 550 meters range. And finally for auxiliary, 5 SPs down the middle, so I can have 2 cool shots that are enhanced to increase the heat dissipation. It does get hot in a sustained fight, and ultimately MRM builds are brawlers. You wanna go ahead and brawl, so this is an XL brawler build. So that's it. That's the Dervish 8D, possibly my favorite Dervish right now, and I must say that I am pretty impressed by it. I just wish it were faster, but sometimes being 75 isn't too slow. Just have to have the mindset and keep reminding yourself not to vroom forward too much and just to play it like a heavy mech. So with that being said, let's get down to the gameplay, and I'll show you this pop-tarting MRM Dervish devil of a missile mech in action. Let's go. And for the very first showcase match, it's a match on Emerald Vale domination. Emerald Vale being the most bowl-like of all the maps, with high walls at the side and flat in the middle with just a bit of terrain. So gotta be careful of the snipers on the walls, which are pretty common, and of course manage the mechs in the middle. A most common mistake, especially in domination, is to rush into the middle and just get shot to bits by snipers and corner peeking, pop-tarting people. So the best thing to do is actually walk around the edge of the circle and just manage the choke points. Trading around the choke points, or in the case of this mech, the Dervish with the jump jets, I'm going to use the hills and pop tart if possible, because that's what this Dervish does. So moving together with the team, I need to get some information, so I'm going to pop tart a bit over here. Yep, there they are, Echo 4. 1 heavy. Thought I sighted an assault. Yep, 1 assault. So the initial intel is good. Basically, they are deployed directly opposite us. We are D4, E3, D3, D4. They are E3, E4 with some assaults like that Mad Cat 2 over there. I would love to pop that guy is in range.
PPC high ground F3.
But I think they've spotted me. And my team is rotating if we look at the minimap. So I'm gonna follow them. They seem to be rushing that Mad Cat Mark 2. They see Dorito, they chase Dorito. So no point staying here alone. I'm too slow to run away in case I get pushed by lights or something. So the big boys at the Kodiak, yeah, dangerous of me walking in front. Yeah, so I was saying,
an Atlas Echo 3 edge near
since they're pushing forward, I'm gonna keep them company.
Watch your right.
Very dangerous maneuver here. Yep, Max on my right. There's an Atlas that was called out earlier. I wanted that spot, but yeah, I'll give it to the Orion.
Target spotted.
I know there's an assault directly on my left. Atlas somewhere here. There's a hole I can shoot through, and there's the Atlas. Yeah. I got a few bags trading against the Atlas, but if you look at the minimap, only a few mediums and lights here. This adder's pushing forward,
Marauder.
so I'm gonna pop that over him if possible. I tried to go around the top, but I failed in my jump, so never mind. Very aggressive Cinder. McLean, Brawl, DDC, right torso gone. He's shut down, I think. Maybe not shut down. Oh well, he's dead. Whatever. So a salute to him. 2-1. Team is getting aggressive.
Get his leg.
Couldn't get that guy. Calling for assistance as I push Echo 3. Good thing is I've got 3 mechs with me. Always see what mechs you have around you. A quick glance at the minimap. Thankfully these 3 are really aggressive. The Arctic Wolf going in, 2 Arctic Wolves and a Cinder. It's probably a group. And we take out the Highlander. With the 60 missiles and the 4 smalls, that was a solo kill. Not a good surprise here. It's a Scorch with a laser AMS, okay. But this guy just rushing into like 1v5. Mistakes were made by the General 78. I think the enemy team is panicking. We push straight into the middle. Then Mech Cat 2 goes down. Surrounded by too many people. Another Atlas. It's a pretty undergunned DDC. 2 Rec 5s, 3 SRM6s.
Just died.
Right also open. I accidentally fell in front of my team. Not a good thing.
Maybe it was Delta 3. Might be a little
Overheating.
Yeah, it's Delta 3. Sorry.
Point blank range. This'll do the most damage. Almost killed Mr. Mud, but somebody else got the kill. Finally I can fire my second coup shot. But it's already 9-4. Game is more or less won. So as we chase the last few, sometimes if you really want to do damage, you gotta just hug the guy. 60 MRMs, point blank range is a lot of damage. Look, it's a Cougar. Interesting build. Is that 3 large pulse? But this Shadowcat. Yeah, I saw you, Shadowcat. His leg. I want this right leg. So always shoot and twist. Yep. Right leg. Another leg here to get. Hello, override. Oh, I got your leg. Not bad in securing the kills. A few solo, a few secured. And that's it. 12-5. Pretty decent match for me. Using the mobility of this mech, but most importantly using my situational awareness because there were 3 friendlies keeping me company as we flanked. So overall a really good team effort. 1051 damage, 3 solo kills, 4 KMDDs, 5 kills. Very massive game for me. Quality damage and a match score of 698. So let's move on to the next match. So that last match on Vale was certainly a brutal match, showcasing the brutality of this XL brawler. But let's be honest, I was also really lucky. There were no snipers on the walls and the enemy was pretty spread out. So we just basically piled in and picked them off one by one. But anyway, talking about advantages, right now we are on Solaris City. And this map is a good map for this, giving this XL brawler an advantage. So I'm gonna take the high ground, get better views, tip of the spear, so not gonna be too aggressive, just gonna spot the enemy and wait for the team to move in.
Target acquired.
So true enough, one Jenner there. You saw the auto flash and a beep. That's from radar deprivation, showing that I just got spotted. Or rather, the enemy just lost his locks.
New target.
Normally there's some heavies behind the front line, the Jenner.
Sure is.
And sure enough, there's a Ebon Jaguar down below. Being top of the spear, I'm not going to be too aggressive. I was actually looking at my minimap here. You can see on my right, the big boys are coming up.
New target.
So I'm not going to rush forward and just spam the enemy missiles. As I always say, there's no need to really rush in.
At 25%.
One Ebon Jaguar, Golf. Fire, jump and twist. With the friendly big boys on my right, as you can see on the minimap. Nearby, it's time to take a more aggressive posture. Even though I failed in that jump. You gotta fire, take damage. Just basic trading. Slowly taking my time. Being isolated,
Hey, Black Knight, switching up.
Golf will probably make a run for it, which I'm waiting for. That Supernova Foxtrot took a bit of damage, he fell back. Golf is gonna panic, mark my words.
And a Highlander.
And I'm waiting. There, he's running. Can't shoot through the gap.
But the push out of the center.
New
If you
target.
listen to the comms, there are actually mechs behind me and Echo 5. But with friendlies also behind, I'm not too worried. If the enemy pushes like the assaults in Echo 5, oh look at Gold Front, there he is, he's running. He's in trouble. Echo 5 is not pushing. Don't be too greedy. He has friends, that Ebon Jaguar. And he's gone.
Watch out, Mac at.
That was a good trade. Good damage output for minimal input.
New target acquired.
I guess the Echo 5 push by the enemy kind of fizzled. Ooh, Supernova, he's caught. Enemy assaults below pushing, so let's push with them. It's a Supernova A, ATM build. Gotta use the pillars here as cover. Oh, I managed to get the kill.
New target acquired.
Don't go into center, not yet. Yeah, I'm just supporting these people outside.
target.
Stealing the kill
They got
also,
an
to be
Islander
honest.
and Black Knight over there.
But pushing in will be dangerous. They are waiting. Center of the map is actually a death trap.
Acquired.
Try not to go in. Hellbringer. Far away, Charlie 4. Get him. Yeah. Try not to go in. That Hellbringer's too far.
Oh, shit,
Shouldn't have
behind.
called them out. Yeah, let's just focus Delta 5, Echo 5.
New target
Yeah, I made a
acquired.
mistake calling out the Hellbringer. I don't want people NASCARing there. He's already engaged.
New target
But at 2-1,
acquired.
let's hit them from the flanks here. We got a bunch of mechs heading
Mac at, I'm
to
with you, man.
New target
the right flank there.
acquired.
Oh, hotel. Highlander Hotel right torso caught. Always remember stuff like that.
That's all right,
Black
bro.
Knight down. Pushes.
New
Let's
target
get the
acquired.
Highlander. Scythe kills the Black Knight. Right torso. Did I get it?
Target acquired.
Nope. But he's hit the open.
Critical damage.
Can I get the kill? Yeah, I got the kill. With my smalls actually.
Critical damage.
Really hot. This is a pretty hot build, even with the missile heat quirk. Krill doing krill things. Just YOLO NSR in. Oh, nicely done.
New target.
And with that is 9-1. Work the edges of the circle,
Very
slowly
annoying
trade and
shit
whittle
when
them,
you're running
push in to secure the
Yeah.
kills. Kinda underarmed, but it
Locust
is.
right leg.
And that's how you establish an advantage. 10-2.
New target
This
acquired.
guy's in trouble. Pillars as cover, he shut down, he lost a
Base is
torso
being
probably.
captured.
This guy is caught, I remember. Somehow he survived the duel with the rest. And I get him. Oh no, I didn't get Cyrus, the
I came
Supernova.
over here to get the disconnect, and he came back on right when I got here.
Shadowwings tried to get the disconnect. A common tactic. So anyway, try and take out the DC early, doesn't always work. So anyway, 907 damage, 3 kills, good damage, good kills, and good match score 5-6-2. So that's it, ladies and gents, for this video on the XL Brawler Dervish 8D. Lots of firepower in the form of a 60 MRMs and 4 smalls, yet tankier despite the XL engine due to its missile bay doors giving damage reduction and those tanky Dervish hitboxes. But most importantly, it's fun to play. So till next time guys, stay chill and I will see you on the battlefield. Bye!